Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco 2. Hope you're all doing well today on this lovely Monday. Obviously, today's episode, we're going to have the Inter Milan game and the Carabao Cup game, but we're also going to do a third game. We're going to do the other Inter Milan game as well, but I'll talk you through the logistics of doing that in just a moment's time. Today is a very exciting day because, of course, it's the knockout stages of a Champions League. We've never been here before, so I'm really excited about it. And Inter Milan, they're a team for the taking. I am confident we could get a decent result against them. Anyway, as we head into today's episode, we need to talk about what's happened since you were last here. So last time you were here, we played both legs of the Carabao Cup semi-final and then Burnley and Newcastle in between. Picked up a draw against Man City there. They were 4-0 up and we brought it back to 4-4. That was a miracle in Manchester. We then dispatched Burnley and Newcastle pretty routinely before beating City on penalties in the second leg to take us through to the final today, which is against Manchester United. Now after that, we took on Arsenal in the FA Cup fourth round and lost it 2-0. So we're out the FA Cup. We're never ever going to win that. So if we want to win a domestic cup, it has to be today against United. We then drew 1-1 with Chelsea in the league. Bizou scoring a goal and Franco Gomez scoring for them. It was an alright game, I suppose. Probably should have been a 2-1 win for us because Bizou did miss a penalty. But other than that, we can't have too many complaints about that game. Derby County were next. That was a 4-1 win with Chisa scoring 2, Barnett with 1 and Bizou with another goal as well. And then Liverpool, we played them and we won 1-0 with Bizou scoring the goal. And you're probably thinking, well, where's Pelican in this? Why isn't Pelican playing? Pelican picked up an injury in training at some point, so he's out for today's first game against Inter Milan. He could be back for the Man United game. I think he will be back for the Man United game. But we are missing Pelican for a little while, so that's why Bizou's been playing and luckily been scoring some goals for us. Barnett has also been playing on the left wing as well because Gustavo is also injured as well. So we're missing 2 key players today for this Inter Milan game. The way today's episode is going to work, we're going to play Milan, and then I also want to do United and then Milan again. So we're going to play Milan, United in Milan, and then off camera I'm going to play Brighton, Wolves and Leicester because I'm a bit pushed for time, and if we do all 6 games, even the highlights, it's just going to be so long to have 3 feature games and then 3 highlights. It'll be so long, so I'm going to play those ones off camera and give you a brief synopsis of what happened. Before we get any further in today's episode though, I just want to say a massive thank you to Chris McLean who has joined the Patreon. So thank you ever so much for joining that. Your donation is very much appreciated and will go an awful long way. So thank you very much. And if you want to get involved with the Patreon yourself, there is a link down in the description to take you there with plenty of perks that I think you're going to really like. So go and check those ones out. Right then, let's dive straight into this first game against Inter Milan. We are at home, so we've got the home advantage with us, but we do have a few players missing. Of course, Pelican's missing. And Luis Gustavo is missing. Potentially we could lose Agni and Nesvich for the second leg if they pick up yellow cards, which is a little bit concerning. It's something we have to be aware of and have to be careful of. So hopefully they won't pick up yellow cards in today's game. That means that we have got a full strength back line of Salinkia, Doherty, Nesvich, Smith and Klaassen. A full strength midfield of Agni and Andreas, but we get a little bit light up top. Cheetah and Hart are still there, of course, but Barnett on the left and Bizou up front. Not quite the first choice players, but I think they should get the job done here today against Inter Milan. Right then, kickoff is upon us here today, and I am very much looking forward to this game. I think we should win this home leg. I think Inter Milan are a decent side, but I do think we're better, and I think that we should be pulling out the stops there. I mean, we beat Real Madrid 3-0 away from home. If we can do that, we can beat Inter Milan. First highlight of the game, though, looks like it might be coming towards us as Hart gets the ball on the edge of the area, and we're trying to put a bit of pressure on the Inter Milan defence as Chisa shoots from distance, and it was always going wide, but the bend he had on it was very impressive. Now, Chris Hart is already looking very tired. He's just not got great fitness and plays pretty much every game, so we will have to take him off at some point for Pomeroy, but I did want to start with Chris Hart because he is, of course, the best player we've got in that position. I think we needed all the help we can get against Inter Milan. So far, it's been quite the cagey game, but we've been on top in terms of stats at the moment, so I'm happy with that. But no highlights apart from that one shot from Chisa. So we need to do something about this going forward in the second half. I mean, we've reached half-time with 13 shots to their 3 shots. So we are on top. We're just clearly not making very good use of our chances. That's probably the biggest issue we have right now. So we're going to go aggressive. Not a pure performance out there. They all look fired up by that, which is good to see. So as the second half kicks off, I'm expecting us to grab... We have to win it. We have to win it, really. I mean, I wouldn't mind drawing it, but I really do want to win it just because I think Inter Milan at home are going to be a good side. As Salinkia clears the corner there, now I've got a chance to counter-attack as Hart puts it up towards Bizou. Bizou coming out wide, puts the cross in, cleared. Only as far as Hart, though, who shoots from distance. And what a fantastic goal that is. In off the post as well from what? 25 yards out or something like that. That was a superb goal. Bizou getting the ball in the area. No one there. It's cleared. But all Hart does, he just collects it, takes a touch, smacks it. That could even be 30 yards out. I don't know. It's near enough 25, 30 yards out, in off the post. You won't see a better goal than that all episode, probably. With that goal, though, we are probably going to take him off the pitch right now to just rest him up because we want to keep him fresh enough for the cup final as well. So Pomeroy is going to come on in that attacking midfielder position right now. No more changes just yet, though. Unfortunately, Nesvich just picked up a yellow card, and so's Agnew. And I think Agnew was the one that we had to stop getting yellow cards. So that's annoying. We won't sub them off because they don't need the rest now. Well, they can't. Well, the game's in like 6 days' time, or 6 games' time, isn't it? 5 games' time. So it doesn't matter too much, actually, if we sub them off or not. Agnew's not played a great game, actually, so it's probably best to take him off and bring Luizu on for him in that centre midfield position. But we are holding on to a 1-0 win at the moment. And if we can win it 1-0, you know, that's a superb advantage to take through into the away leg. If we can grab an away goal as well, that would be superb. And surely the quarter-final will be beckoning. So as the clock ticks down, it's looking pretty good for us. A final corner for Inter Milan, which they can't score from. They don't score from, I don't think. And is that good? Is that good? I think we're all right. I think... Oh, there's still 30 seconds left. I thought it was 3 minutes. It was 4 minutes. There's 30 seconds left still. So we've still got to hold on as Chisa coming forward with the ball. If we can get one more goal, that would be superb. But he gets tackled. And I think with 10 seconds or so to go, that should be that. That should be that, surely, now that we've got the ball back. Hold on to it, Chisa. Don't give it away. And the referee blows his whistle. We've won the first leg 1-0. You love to see it. Brilliant. I am really pleased with that result. We've got Brighton up next, as Nesvich will miss the next Milan game. And Agnew is also set to miss it as well. So we're going to miss those two for the second leg, which is going to be an issue. But I think we should have enough about us to get through the next leg. As I was saying, we've got Brighton up next, so I'm going to play that off camera before we get back to the United game to make sure we actually keep this episode to a reasonable length. But I'll update you on what happens, obviously, in the Brighton game. So we're now at the Manchester United game, but in between the Inter Milan game and this one, we play Brighton, who were 19th in the table, and we drew 0-0, which I don't quite... we didn't play very well. We didn't really take our chances. That was the issue with this game. The reason we drew 0-0 with Brighton, I think probably is because I knew we had over a week between the Brighton game and the United game, so I thought, okay, let's just put all the big guns out for this Brighton game, score 5 goals, win it easily. I think the issue was they were just too tired still from the Inter Milan game, and in the end, we drew 0-0, which wasn't brilliant. Now, what that means for the table is, I didn't think I showed you the table at the start of the episode, we are on 58 points now, a point behind Tottenham, but they have now got a game in hand on us because they've had some cup games and Champions League games and things like that. So they've not played a Premier League game. They've got Liverpool next, so I hope Liverpool win. But it puts Tottenham in a commanding position to go 4 points clear of us, which really you hate to see. But today we're not really focusing on the league. We're not focusing on that at all. Today we are focusing on the Carabao Cup final against Manchester United. We've put out a nearly full-strength lineup. Pelican comes back into it, and Bizu moves to left wing. Barnett no longer on the pitch. If we look down here, Gustavo is still out for another 9 days to 3 weeks with his knee ligament injury and things like that, which is a little bit frustrating. He might be back for the next leg against Inter Milan, but I won't count on it too much. It does mean, though, that we are pretty much next to a full-strength lineup. Only Bizu playing there instead of Luis Gustavo, of course. So I think we should have enough about us today to see off Manchester United and secure our first ever major domestic cup win. So then, kickoff is upon us here today at Wembley Stadium. Hopefully, we are going to see a massive result, and hopefully we take United to the cleaners, basically. I hope we win 3 or 4-0, because that would be superb. Now, we have played at Wembley a few times before, but Bizu is coming forward now and nearly puts us in the lead through Hart. Andreas, can anyone put us in front? Nesvich down to Agnew. We'll talk about Wembley appearances shortly, but Chisa shoots a superb goal. Now, that is what I call a goal. Chisa, we saw it in the last game. He tried to bend his shot into the corner. It didn't quite work out, but this time, that was superb as Agnew gets it into Klaassen, Klaassen to Hart, Hart into Chisa, and Chisa just bends it around the keeper beautifully into the bottom corner. And 3 minutes into today's game, we are 1-0 up. Now, as I was saying, we have had multiple Wembley appearances before. We have won some playoffs. We won the FA Trophy. We won the EFL Trophy. So we've had, experience here winning at Wembley. None of these players have, because they've not been to Wembley, I don't think, any of these players, as far as I'm aware, at least with us. So it's new for these players, but for me as a manager, it's not new at all. We've been here, done that before with Lincoln United, and our fans have been here and done that before as well. So they're going to be cheering us on. I wonder how many we're going to take, because normally we don't take too many to Wembley because our fan base isn't that massive. Although saying that, we do sell out our 26,000-seater stadium every week now. So hopefully I'd like to see, because when we used to play in Wembley back in the day in like the National League and things like that for playoffs or the EFL trophy and things like that, there'd be like 50,000 people there and it would say 5,000 away fans, and we'd be the away fans only bringing 5,000. Hopefully today we're going to see a 45,000 home fans, 45,000 away fans. That's what I'd love to see. As we enter the break, 1-0 up against Manchester United, which is, I was about to say fantastic, but there is another highlight right now, which you need to be careful of, although we are the team coming forward. Peter Pelican up towards Bizu. Bizu crosses it in. Chisa hits the post. Unlucky there, lads. It goes out for a goal kick, but that should be the half-time whistle, and we are leading at half-time 1-0. As we come out for the second half, you love to see it. 90,000 fans here, 45,000 away fans. Manchester United, obviously the away side with 45,000, which means that we have brought 45,000 fans with us, which is absolutely fantastic. And hopefully we're going to give them something to cheer about as Pelican has been put forward. Goes to chip the keeper, I think, there, and doesn't really do much with it, unfortunately. The rest of this second half, though, is going by pretty slowly. And there's not really been any highlights, and I'm kind of glad of that. But there is one now with Manchester United coming forward. The ball is a good one to their striker, who can put it back, but Slinkia with a very good save there. Highlight finished? No, it's not. It continues as Klaassen puts it up to Chisa, who really gets away from his man quite nicely in the end. Puts it forward to Bizu. And we've only gone and scored a goal at the other end of the pitch. Bizu with his 14th of the season. Well on the way to a 20 that I wanted him to get this season. That is absolutely sublime bit of counter-attacking football from us. Chisa, he just wasn't challenged. No one, I mean, you give him that much room. He scored a goal already. You know that he's got a good pass on him. Why give him that much room? Bizu just finishes the job off. I think, all going to plan, we're going to be winning the Carabao Cup today. We are going to take Hart off the pitch for... we're going to bring on Michael Pomeroy once again. Yeah, let's bring Pomeroy on again. Although, actually, Chisa is looking a little bit tired. He scored his goal. He's doing well. We'll take Chisa off as well. And we're going to bring on Steve Barnett to go in that attacking midfielder position, although he's not the biggest fan. We're also going to bring Juliano on the pitch as well at the back, just to settle things down a little bit for Smith, just because he's been out injured for a little while. I think he's been out for the past month or so with an injury, so he's not had too much game time recently. He's been more of a substitute player. Dave Smith played very well this season, so that's why he's been playing quite a bit, rather than Juliano, who I think was probably going to be the first choice alongside Nesvich at the start of the season. But Smith came in, proved his worth, and now with 10 minutes to go, all we have to do is just hold on, keep calm, and make sure we don't make any more mistakes. We're going to go on to the TV camera just so we can see us lifting the trophy at the end. Barnett puts a free kick in, which is somehow collected by the keeper. I'm not quite sure how that one happened. That's why watching 2D, because I've no idea what happened to the ball there. It just seemed to go around a bit mental. However, Klaassen gives it to Agnew at the end of the game. We've got 10 seconds left. Juliano puts it up towards Pomeroy into Barnett. Barnett to Klaassen. Klaassen to put the cross in. Bizu can't quite get it. Is the referee going to blow his whistle? He does blow his whistle. And we have won the Carabao Cup. You can see all the players there celebrating, going crazy. And I'm there, the manager, in my lovely suit, apparently. I mean, we've won another trophy. That's fantastic. You love to see that. A 2-0 over United. Our first major domestic trophy win, the Carabao Cup. Even if we only win this season, I'm happy, because that's another thing to add to the trophy cabinet. I'm really pleased with that. So an absolutely fantastic win there. That is, you know, I'm glad that we've added that. We've actually qualified for the Europa League next season through that as well. I mean, not we're doing another season, but I don't think we'll need it. I think we should finish in the Champions League places again this season. So that's basically 7th place guaranteed at Europa League spot. So that's quite good. But I'm really glad we won that. On the other hand, though, Tottenham have just gone to beat Liverpool 2-1, which means they go 4 points clear at the top of the table, which you hate to see. Now, the plan is I'm going to go and play Wolves and Leicester off camera, and then we'll come back for the Inter Milan game on the 1st of March. So, I'll see you then. So we're now back for the Inter Milan game. We played 2 games in between the Manchester United game and this one. Wolves, we start off there with a 2-1 win, which was good. Chisa and Pelican get themselves on the score sheet, so I was very pleased with that result. What I wasn't pleased about, though, was a 0-0 draw against Leicester, with Adam Doherty picking up an injury as well, which forces him out of today's game against Inter Milan. So that's 4 key players were missing from his Inter Milan game, which is frustrating. And it's even more frustrating because Leicester, like Brighton, are in the relegation zone. So for some reason, if we look at the table, we've drawn against Brighton and Leicester recently, and they're 19th and 20th, and that is not acceptable at all. If we'd won both those games, we'd be far and away at the top of the table. So I'm frustrated. Now, luckily for us, Tottenham have also had a bit of an abysmal time recently. If we look at their schedule, they drew with Swansea and lost to Newcastle United with a man sent off and a man injured. So that was quite good for us. It means that we stay 1 point behind Tottenham, and we've now both played 29 games this season. So we are still in that title hunt, but so are Arsenal and so are Manchester United. It's all pretty close at the top, especially if United win their game in hand as well. So that'll be exciting for towards the end of the season. What we do need to focus on now, though, is this game against Inter Milan, which is going to be tough because, of course, Nesvich and Agni are suspended after they picked up multiple yellow cards in the past few Champions League games, so they're suspended for that. Doherty, as previously mentioned, is injured because he got injured in that game against Leicester. He's out for another 2 weeks or so. And Gustavo is not quite fit enough to play either. So we've got 4 key players missing from a starting lineup, which means we've got a lineup of Salinkia, Jimenez, Payne, Smith and Clarkson, Andreas and Luizu, Bizu, Hart and Chisa and Pelican up front. It should be enough. It should be enough. Kickoff then is upon us here in Milan. Hopefully we come away with a win today. I mean, a 0-0 draw. I will take the 0-0 draw as well. As long as we progress through this, I will be really happy. As Hart puts it forward to Pelican early on, who hits the post, retains possession. Bizu still on the ball, putting the cross in, can't do it. That would have been the goal we needed. If we could have scored them within the first minute of the game, that would have been the goal we needed. And that would have maybe killed off Inter Milan because they'd have to score 2 goals then to, in fact, 3 goals to progress. Because two goals were brought to 2-2. We'd have the away goal, so we'd go through. So they would have to score 3 goals at that stage. So as long as we just get 1 goal, I'm happy and confident that we could go through from today's group. Of course, our goalkeeper, Salinkia, he is going to be here with mixed emotions, I imagine. He was an Inter Milan player, never broke into their first team, but if he can come here and beat Inter Milan, we're showing them what Inter Milan have missed out on by selling us Salinkia's. Pelican gets through for a second time in the first 5 minutes of today's game. Unfortunately, his shot parried away this time, and the resulting corner comes in, and it's a free kick to Inter Milan. 14 minutes into today's game now, and there's another highlight coming. These highlights thick and fast in this game so far, and it's Inter Milan who are coming forward, and they score the first goal of today's game, bringing it to 1-1 on aggregate. However, that can all change with a goal. If we have to score, we have to score 1 goal. That's all we need. 1 goal, and then is it snowing? Look at it must be snowing because I presume that's what it is, snow falling down on the screen right now. That sort of caught me off guard a little bit. What does it say weather-wise? It's -1, so yeah, it probably is snowing. Free kick though for Inter Milan. It's cleared, and Pelican collects the ball on the 17-minute mark and just hoops it upfield, really. That's fair enough, get rid of it. We're chasing it down though, we don't win back possession, and I'm a little bit concerned that Inter Milan are going to come forward and score another goal. They've got 4 but not scored. Again, though, they're on the ball and they're looking to come forward, which I'm not too keen on, really, if I'm honest with you. I'd like to see us get the ball back as Payne can't win the ball and Inter Milan go 2-1 up. So it suddenly becomes, well, a little bit desperate for us, actually. 20 minutes in, well, 25 minutes in, I should say, now, we are 2-0 down, 2-1 down on aggregate. Now, 1 goal will be enough for us as it stands right now. But if Inter Milan get a 3rd goal, then that's really an uphill battle for us. And I'm not sure that is something we can overcome at the moment because we're not playing particularly. I mean, we are playing well. We're actually the better side in terms of stats. But Inter Milan have nearly scored a 3rd. Right. Demand more. Just demand more, boys. We can't be losing this game. Yes, the squad is down to bare bones at the moment. We're missing 4 key players. 2 players on the bench are injured anyway as well. So it is a big ask. But we nearly scored 2 goals in the opening 3 minutes. So we have got it in us. But as Inter Milan look to come forward before half-time, This could be dangerous. It could be dangerous as Ganso is through and they've hit the post. Oh, and that's twice now they've hit the post apparently as well. So it really is edge of the seat stuff. Aggressive then at half time. I expect to see a much better showing. Everyone looks fired up. All we need is one goal. Just the one goal, please. Pelican, I know you can provide one goal for us. Do it. Please just do it. There is a chance, though, for Inter Milan to come forward around the 60-minute mark now, though. And I'm not liking this at all, as they're on the ball. Jimenez can't quite... He does get there. Great interception up towards Bizu. Now, this is the counter-attack we need. Bizu coming forward into Pelican. Not the best ball in the world, but back to Bizu, who can put the ball in. Hart. Saved by the keeper. The keeper is having a great game, whereas Les Payne's on a 5.9, which means he must be at fault for something in today's game, which you hate to see. Maybe we take him off. We take him off, bring Juliano back on the pitch, for example. I mean, do we bring Bizu up front like this, make him a complete forward on support, Pelican on advance forward on attack, Pomeroy for Hart, and then Pomeroy out on the wing? And then we go, attacking instead. Let's try that. 25 minutes to get a goal. That's all we need. 25 minutes to get a goal. Show some passion, please, boys. A few players looking fired up by that feedback. 20 minutes. Are we actually going to do it? Is the Champions League coming to an end right now? I mean, after such a great start to the episode, is it all falling apart at this moment in time? Demand more. We go to very attacking. We go back to tactics and we put Pomeroy up front as well. 3 strikers up front. As a poacher, go for it, lad. Chisa can go in the middle. Please, I just want to win this game now, lads. Don't mess me around. Please. 4 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go, 2 minutes to go. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. And the Champions League is coming to an end for us. The Champions League is coming to an end. And after how well we played in the group stages, I thought we could do it. After how well we played in that first leg, I thought we could do it. And maybe we could still do it. As Pomeroy loses the ball, we should just turn around and played it to Bizu in space. But he couldn't. And we lose 2-0. We lose 2-1 on aggregate. And we are now out of the Champions League, which you hate to see. Inter Milan overturned first leg defeat, and we've been given £8 million as a bit of compensation for losing out. But that's... we're going to have regrets about that, I know we are. But at least we have had a season in the Champions League, and we've had a fantastic season of it as well. We've had some great performances. Unfortunately, Inter Milan was just a game too far, and that is that. Unfortunately. What it means is that there's only going to be 2 more episodes of the Lincoln Loco 2 before it all finishes. So I think the plan will be we'll do Tottenham and West Brom, and then I'll sort of play it by ear to see how close we are to winning another league title or something like that. But Aston Villa is going to be next episode. We may do Arsenal, we might do Cardiff as well. I'm not entirely sure. That'll be on Thursday. And then we'll also probably have a little bit look back at some of the best members of the team and things like that. And then on Friday, what we're going to do, Friday, I'm going to go 10 seasons into the future. I'll retire at the end of the season, and then, or resign, whatever, and then we'll go 10 seasons into the future, and then we'll see if Lincoln United are still in the Premier League, and if they've managed to progress or decline or something like that. So we'll do like a 10 seasons in the future thing, because a lot of you guys have asked for that sort of stuff. So we'll do that on Friday. And then that is FM 19 over. We then wait for FM 20 to come out. So that is going to be very exciting. So join me for those episodes. Disappointment today losing to Inter Milan, but we have got another Premier League title at our fingertips that we could be winning. Hopefully we get it done. So join me for those episodes. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time for some more Lincoln Loco action.